Hello, folks. This is Carl Ward here at the old Ward family cabin once again. This is episode 17, titled The Letters, and we'll get into that in a few moments. But I wanted to give you a little bit of an update about some of the things that have been occurring on the promotional tour. One of the things is we were down in the greater Myrtle Beach, South Carolina area last week, met with a lot of friends, played a little golf, and also had the opportunity to sign some books for some new friends. Really great opportunity, and we enjoyed it. We've got a couple of upcoming events in the near future, and we'll be providing those to you on a regular basis. Uh, this coming week, 21st of October, 3 to 5 p.m., will be at Quarter Moon Books and Gifts located at Topsail Beach, North Carolina. Lori and the team have been super getting ready for us, and we're excited to meet with the folks here in the southeastern part of North Carolina in the Topsail Beach area in the very near future. This will be a presentation and book signing for $20 in Gold, a story of the Civil War. Right after that, and not too long after that, we'll actually be visiting with Cape Fear Seafood Company, a great restaurant here in the Hampstead, North Carolina, Porter's Neck area. We're a frequent attendee there, enjoy the food. Super folks. Destiny and Jeff and the crew are outstanding, and we look forward to seeing you there for a little bit more formal presentation. We'll actually be doing not only the book signing, but a presentation beforehand, be sharing a little bit of food, beverage, and hopefully the opportunity to share with some folks up close and personal the family cabin. So we look forward there. In both of those locations, if you in fact purchase one of the hardbound books, we'll be more than happy to give you a free gift. And it'll be a matted print that is uh, available for framing and autographs if you're so inclined. So we look at forward over the next couple of weeks, some really big events, and hopefully we can share those with you. Let's get back to the letters. Uh, the letters are an important and integral part of the entire story for $20 in Gold. What we share in those letters is in the novel itself. As you may have remembered, I actually mention at the end of each chapter and provide a version of those letters that I came into. Now, how I came into them is the interesting part. If you'll notice over my shoulder, there on the table, sunlight coming through the etched glass window, is a bundle of letters. Those letters represent the 154 letters that I found on one summer back in the early 1960s. I was a young boy between my 12th and 13th birthday, and as was the case for us farm folks who had moved away from the farm, the first weekend after every school year, you packed your bags, you went to the farm, you spent the summer working every day nearly to enjoy the life of being a farmer. I would almost say that it convinced me I never wanted to be a full time farmer, but that's another story. What occurred on one Sunday during that summer was the family had been to church that morning. Everybody had had a full meal. You're talking about an extremely large family, I might add, with about nine brothers and about a half a dozen aunts involved. And as a result, the table at the Ward family original farm was very long. It was so long there were no chairs; they were only benches to seat everybody. Everybody went to bed over the couch, in chairs, taking a nap. Once again, it was probably one of the few times in the course of a week that you would have an opportunity to rest. And a lot of people did just that. But I was 12 years old. The last thing I was interested in was taking a nap. I began to search, explore the old family farmhouse. I found a closet, pushed aside some cloaks, and there was another door behind the closet wall. Well, what could it be? Well, a 12-year-old is going to explore. I opened the door, walked up a small set of steps, and found myself in the attic of the old Ward farm. Dusty. Imagine decades upon decades of farm dirt, dust, and storm coming through that attic. And in that attic, when the dust had all settled, I noticed over in the corner a sea chest, oak wood slat, strapped down with metal bands, uh, rustic, very rustic. Uh, the lock was not latched. I went over, opened it up, and there before me was a tray top filled with bundles after bundles of letters, all bound together with tobacco twine, string, ribbons, whatever was available to bundle a group of 8 to 10 letters at a time. When I lifted the lid and looked underneath, there were several other objects, including what I would call some old time military memorabilia, bayonet, canteen, haversack, things of that nature. Certainly not implements you would see in a contemporary army during the 1960s. I knew there was something historical about that. After that little visit, I returned before I returned the tray top up, I noticed also there were 9 leather bound journals. Over 7.5 of those were fully filled with notes, comments, observations. It was a diary, if you will. And it was primarily from a young man by the name of Private James Ward. James had written accounts of just about everything that was going on with him and his unit as he went through the war. Also, in the journals, there was a couple of journals that his wife, the character in the book, of course, is Anna Wallace Ward, his new wife of only a few months at the time in 1861. She had, in fact, written her thoughts during his absence and on those occasions when he was at home. This was the treasure trove that started me 62 years plus ago to search not only my ancestry, but what was their impact on history as I know it. Certainly, it was critical because that young man was my direct descendant. I wouldn't be here having this conversation today if it had not been for James. So it's personal, it's historic, and it's the true story of what occurred from the observations of the Ward family at home and the society they were living in during that period in that farm life in southeastern North Carolina and what James was going through with his cousin Stephen as they were going through the tremendously complicated war they were involved with. And some of that will be very early on in the book, and it'll help you understand the context as we're moving through. Well, just a little short introduction as we're here in the family farmhouse. We'll do a couple of maybe up to 5 presentations here with the farmhouse, and then we'll retire the farmhouse to go on some of our uh, signing and presentations where we can actually have an opportunity for individuals to check out the location. We do selfies, so if anyone wants to get in front of the cabin or into the cabin, they're more than welcome to do so, and we'll always take care of that. All of this led to over 62 years of research in history, where I had a passion. And the United States Army was kind enough to give me the opportunity to grow in that research. And we'll talk a little bit more about that on another episode. Want to urge everyone to reach over, hit that subscription button, and become a regular member of our Ward family team as we're going through a description of the book. We've got some other books that are a part of the Ward collection, and we'll be more than happy to share some of that information with you in the future. We urge you to go to our multimedia social events and locations such as Instagram at a Carl Ward. And if you're on YouTube, and hopefully you're watching this on YouTube, then you'll know the YouTube channel is a Carl Ward 3429. And of course, we would urge you to go to our website, accarlward.com, and there you'll be able to see everything and a lot of background information, some old photographs, and things that I think you'll enjoy. And it'll certainly give you an idea of who I am and why this is so important to me. Thanks a lot. Look forward to seeing you on the next episode.